Welcome back to Hodgepodge. In this video, we will combine exercises 36 through 42, found in the Level 1 Rhino training manual. To learn these skills, you will not need the exact models provided by the training manual. However, I will be using them for the purpose of keeping everything copacetic. For learning how to move, I will open the move.3dm file. You can turn off ortho and grid snap to be able to move your object freely. We can gumball the circle or just simply click and drag it. However, you are probably more interested in how to move the circle to a more exact location. Now, remember our past lesson on absolute and relative coordinates. Those same methods of point entry will apply to moving your object. Go to the top menu and select Transform Move. Then select the point you would like to move from. If our circle is already sitting on the coordinates 5 and 5, we can type 5, 5 as our absolute coordinates to move from. Then we can enter the absolute or relative coordinates to which we would like to move the circle to. I will type the absolute coordinates 0, 3. Now we can perform the same action again, this time using the relative coordinates 0, 3, but first type R to indicate these are relative coordinates. As you can see, there is a very big difference. Using a different starting point will certainly also have an effect on what points you move to. Now we will move on to exercise 37, which covers copying objects. There are certainly a few ways to copy and paste an object in Rhino. Using the transform menu can be beneficial because it is a very different type of copying. I can't really speak to all the technical details of how they differ. However, if you are using the command C, it would be saving that drawing to your computer, whereas copying from the transform menu will be a program-generated copy, and so using this method will utilize less RAM. And with larger models, will be a better way to copy because there will be less of a chance of the program slowing down or crashing. To copy this circle, we will select the center and then place our copy in the center of the top arc like so. Keep in mind that you may perform this action as many times as you would like to, until you hit Escape to quit the command. In exercise 38, we will learn how to rotate an object, which is as simple as going to the top menu and selecting Transform Rotate. First select the center of your rotation. I will select the center of my circle. Then you may manually select the degree of rotation, or simply type the degree in the command bar. Exercise 39 is all about grouping and different ways in which you can group or ungroup objects. You can group your objects by going to the top menu and selecting Edit, Groups, Group, or with using the shortcut Command G. You may also group and ungroup using the grouping tool in the toolbar. These tools will allow you to get a little more specific with your actions, allowing you to selectively add and subtract single objects from your group. To mirror your object, go to the top menu and select Transform Mirror. I will select the endpoint and mirror the curve along the y-axis. Do so by holding Shift to toggle on the orthographic mode. Eventually, I want to extrude this drawing into a solid object, and I will only be able to do so if these two curves are connected, that is, joined. Exercise 41 covers how to join two curves. Do so by selecting both curves, and then simply type the command Join. One last thing before we extrude exercise 42 would like you to know how to scale an object. This is another transformation operation. So we can go to the top menu and select Transform, Scale, Scale 2D. To scale in 2D, you will need to select an origin, first reference point, and second reference point. The scaling operation will behave very differently depending on how you set your origin and reference points. Finally, to extrude, you should know very well how to do this now if you have been following along. Go to the top menu and select Solid Extrude, Extrude Planar Curve, Straight. And that is it for this tutorial. Thank you for hanging in there. I promise you these videos will be getting more advanced very soon. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please feel free to leave a like, check out my other videos, and subscribe.